Over the past year, I've worked on a bunch of different video game projects, but only one of them has ever made it past the filter of me actually thinking it's good enough and releasing it to the world. In this video, I'll show you how I made it, how it was received, how much it made, and what I learned from the whole process. For a year, I'd been in the dumps, just grinding away on the computer, dumping stuff, and making stuff, and dumping stuff. Nothing was ever good enough. So I finally said, you know what? This is going on too long. I'm not Finbar calamitous. I can actually finish things. So let's do an actual idea here. Something small and doable. Previously, I tried to make a competitive game with a story.
Come on, son!
So those two things were a lot. And then I tried making an open world game. And of course, that took months just to make this huge empty map, and it was dreadful. So I had to start smaller. I said, you know what? No physics, no matchmaking, no open world. Let's do something really simple. Something that can keep you entertained in just one spot. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I could just take this old iPhone game Flow and turn it in 3D. And then I could take different pieces and put them together. And I thought, okay, that's actually not a bad idea because it's not really complicated. Even a kid could figure out the rules. But you can extrapolate it into very complicated setups, which I like. So I got to work, I opened up Unity, and I created a fresh project. It was kind of empty in there, so I created a background scene in Blender, popped that into the new Unity project, and put the reference photo in the background and pushed it to GitHub. Next, I got the basics of movement to work and created the textures that would become the lines. These textures actually got inspired by stoplights, funnily enough. Then I got to work on the sound effects in Serum. I wanted the game to sound believable, so I created the dun 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 sound based on the buzzy sound of fluorescent lights. And the line clear is just a sine wave that's been absolutely obliterated at BitCrusher. The line complete sound is just me hitting random chords on a saw wave with a lot of reverb. And the level complete sound is just, Okay, so in Serum, you have a lot of different synths available to you. This part over here is for making noise, so like shh and that kind of thing. But then I found this weird section called SOR, Bone Crusher, Dark Future, Electric Bubbles? Okay, yeah, I guess that's what Electric Bubbles sounds like. Then the one that we care about is called Prophecy. It sounds like this. Not bad, but what about a chord? Oh yeah, now we're talking. With that, all the sound effects were complete, and it was time for the first playtest. I shipped it over to my friend, he gave it a try, and he liked it. And then it reminded him of Portal and Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. I was like, whew, you didn't say flow. I haven't been exposed yet. I added a few more features like save and load, the multi-attach mechanic, and I wrote some background music. I was on my way to actually finishing the game. The only problem was, I still only had a handful of levels, and I wanted to make the game feel complete. So I set the goal of making 100 levels. It was a lot, and I wasn't sure if I could do it. I first tried making the levels on paper, but it was a complete mess. I couldn't tell which line was which, and I could barely even make out the shape I was trying to create. Next, I tried sketching in Blender by modeling the shape I wanted and then texture painting the solution onto it. This solution worked, but now there was another problem. This export is just a dead cube. It doesn't do anything. It takes some work to put this into a fully functional puzzle. And another thing, I'd spend all this time working on a clever solution where you have to go around like this, and this, and this, and then... yeah. Whoops. So I decided it'd be worth my time to make a level editor. You can add cubes, you can add dots, you can add barriers, and when you're done, you can hop into play mode to see what it feels like to play, and make sure there's no other cheap solutions. Alright, so now the editor is done, all I have to do is just make the puzzles. It took like 2.5 weeks to make levels 20 to 100. Those 80 levels were like tough. It took about as much work to do those as it did to do everything else combined. But after it was all over, I was done. Well, almost. I did a final export, uploaded it to Steam, paid the $100, got it approved, and it was up on September 15th. So how'd it do? How much money did I make? Oh, yikes. Yeah, the release didn't go too good. Only 6 total lifetime purchases on Steam. So that means at $5 each, I made 30 bucks. And if I spent 100 to get it up there, that's a total of negative $70. Even though the game was brutally hard, I don't think that was the problem. People didn't even buy the game because I don't think it was interesting enough from the trailer and the just from the way it looked from the outside. When you make a game, it has to be fun to play, but it also has to be enticing. I spent all of my energy making the game work well and fun to play, but I didn't even think about what a stranger might think about it. I don't know if there's a way I could have even fixed this in hindsight, because this particular game is just kind of boring. Ultimately, I don't think I could make drawing lines on a cube more exciting. Maybe I could have put like little eyes on them or something, but I don't know. It was an oversight. But honestly, I'm not upset. I didn't set out to make $1 million with this game. I set out to actually finish something, and I did. I got the game out there. I accomplished what I wanted to do. Next time, I'll do a little better.